Shalom, 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 Israel. All right, shalom, 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 Israel. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, it's your boy Dan Allah coming to you. All right, with a quick breakdown. And Salakia, let me just check the sound. Once again, it's your boy Dan Allah coming to you. So I'm sounding good on Facebook. With a quick breakdown. And Salakia, let me just check the sound. Once again. All right, so it seemed as if I'm Gucci. All right, so again, shalom to all the brothers and sisters tuning in. Tawada for stopping by. It's your boy Dan Allah, HOI Buffalo in the building. All right, and today's topic, all right, we fit to touch on, all right, let brotherly love abound. This is a very important topic, all right, that brothers and sisters should take heed to, okay, because ultimately this particular topic can determine your salvation, all right? So we got to learn to, take this brotherly love serious, okay? Because, ultimately, we're not in the world no more, all right? And the way that we were conduct ourselves in the world is totally backwards of how you would conduct yourself in this truth, all right? And we got to keep in mind that, the Heavenly Father, he's gonna test us, all right? And he's gonna weed out the ones that's fake, right? So you got to learn to be real in this thing, man. The Lord's not dealing with those fake individuals, all right? Trust and believe. If you not moving accordingly, you're gonna get weeded out this thing, all right? And so before I dive into this thing, okay, let me give all honor and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, all right, in the name of his only begotten Son, Jesus, and who we know him as to be Yahweh Shai. So we say Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, all right. Barakatah to all the brothers and sisters, or Barakathum to all the brothers and sisters that's stopping by, all right. In the Hebrew tongue, that would mean blessings to you, all right? So peace and blessings to all the brothers and sisters stopping by. A mighty shalom, right? Which means peace in the Hebrew. To all the brothers and sisters also that's in this walk, in this and taking this thing serious and very delicate to this thing, all right? So without further ado, we're gonna get right into this thing. Of course, we're going to give double honors to our elders, all right, here at HOI, all right, that's been laboring in this thing, man, right? Double honors to the elders, Sabat, double honors to the elders, Torah, and on down, man, all the brothers and sisters that's laboring sincerely, man, right? So let's jump right into this thing, man. First, I want to deal with the book of Corinthians, right? Let's go to the book of Corinthians, chapter 13, right? The book of Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 1. Let's start there, all right? And it reads, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a thinking chilbrum. Verse 2, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. All right. So this is Paul discussing, right, the high statue of charity, man. All right, the pureness of love. You can have the deepest breakdowns, right? You can kind of go into the deep parables, right? The Most High could have revealed his mysteries unto you. But if you don't have that charity, in other words, if you don't have that love abounding in your spirit, then you have nothing, right? So we got to remember at the end of the day, of course, it's a beautiful thing that we get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but we got to learn to have action behind that, because throughout wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it teaches you how to conduct yourself. You know how to love your brother, how to love your sister, how to handle situations when they come up, because ultimately we got to remember that they're gonna come up. The Most High is gonna test you with different devices and put you in different scenarios, and he's gonna expose your spirit. So if you kind of trying to finesse God, or you in this thing and you got a rash tongue against your brother, all right, or you just argumentative, or you just you still got that envy in you that you were supposed to repent from before you came into this thing, all right, the Most High gonna get rid of your spirit. All right, so that is very important that in these last days we remember that, man. Okay, so let's go to the book of Matthew, right? Let's go to the book of Matthew. Let's get an account, man. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 25, right? The book of Matthew, chapter 25. And we got to remember, and having charity and love also comes with forgiveness, right? That's a major part in this, forgiving your brother, man. Did not the scripture say to forgive your brother 70 times 70 over? All right. So this is Matthew chapter 25, verse 13. Verse 33, Salakia, and it reads, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand. Salakia, let me take this call real quick. Salakia. Hello? Yeah. All right. So verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand and the goats on his left. Right? So he's gonna put the sheep on his right hand, and the goats are gonna be on the left. Right? So he's making a separation here, right? Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Salakia, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, right? Come, ye blessed of my father. So the sheep that's going to be on his right hand, those are the ones that's going to be blessed of the Father, right? Let's read on. Inherit the kingdom, prepare for you for the foundation of the world. So he's letting the faithful know to prepare for the kingdom, because he has a lot planned for those ones that's on his right hand, right? Verse 35. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat, right? I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visit me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. All right. So the Lord is letting the ones on the right hand know that they had that brotherly love, and they conducted themselves in charity, right? So for that, the Lord is gonna reward them with the kingdom, which is everlasting salvation. Daddy. Okay, go upstairs, man. I love you. Okay, I'll play with you. Daddy. What? Daddy. Okay, yeah, but Daddy doing a live. Okay. Okay. Going upstairs. Shalom. Shalom. All right, so those are the ones that's gonna get that kingdom, man. Right? Verse 37. Then shall the righteous answer him, and then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, and thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, and naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? Right? So they responded. Verse 40, and the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these ye brethren, ye have done it unto me. So the Lord is saying, to my faithful, the ones that have conducted themselves upright, all right, that has abounded themselves with brotherly love. If you have offended them in any kind of way, you have offended me. That's why we got to be careful today, because those spirits is back on the earth. And the Lord mentioned that a few times throughout the scriptures, that if you offend any of my little ones, it is better that you tied a boulder around your neck and was thrown in the river, man, or the ocean somewhere to drown. So you can't offend the Lord's little ones, right? So it's better that you be careful, man. All right. So Salakia, to read on, right? Verse 40, and the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, as in much, Salakia, verse 41, then shall he say unto them on the left hand side, depart from me, ye cursed, in everlasting fire, prepare for the devil and his angels. Right? So the ones, okay, that were placed on the left hand side, those were the unfaithful. Those were the ones that came into this truth, right? And came into it for different reasons. They did it for vain. They did it for their own self-glory. All right. They had no love for their brother. They didn't show charity. They didn't have a forgiving heart. They were rash at the tongue. All right. And they carried that Americanized ego. Well, back then, they carried whatever kingdom ego they was in, man. But this still can relate to today. This is still going on today, because the Lord is what he's doing is he's electing his elect. He already has his elect men. They were already ordained from before birth, and they were already, prepared to be on that right hand side anyway. But those spirits is back on the earth, so everything is being demonstrated out. Everything is a role. Everything is being played out as a movie. So the ones that's on the left hand side, the ones that came in, were only just examples. All right, to the ones on the right hand side, not to carry themselves that way, man. Right. And that's why, in verse 41, it mentions that the Lord said, depart from me, curse ye, in everlasting fire, because those souls ultimately, they're going to be thrown into the lake of fire, man, and to prepare, for the devil and his angels, because there are angels on the left hand side. Those are what you call demons and demonic forces. Okay. So prepare your soul to be tempted, right? And to be tormented by these spirits. And ultimately you get the lake of fire, man. Right? So this is 42. For I was, and he's going to break down precisely why these men on the left-hand side are going to experience those things and be wasted away. Right? So 42. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in, naked, and ye clothed me not, sick and in prison, and ye visit me not. All right. So they didn't have charity. They didn't have, a solid heart, man. They wasn't real men. They were faking the funk. All right. These dudes was moving in contention, right? They had that envious spirit, man. They didn't care about nobody's feelings or their situation, man. Right? They had four mouths and spirits, man. And we see that today. You will have, if you in the truth and you got a forward mouth and you got that envious spirit, okay, and, or you you're very contentious, right? Then you need to repent, okay? Because this walk is about charity, man. This walk is about loving your brother, right? You can't come into this truth with that same attitude, right? Salakia, I think I'm getting an invite for a brother to join in this thing, right? Let me send him the link real quick, right? So we can't come into this thing, right? Conducting themselves, Salakia, I hope y'all can still see me, right? So bear with me for just a second, all right? Let me get this brother this link real quick. All right, so through the spirit, I hope the brother got that invite. All right, so I did send you the link. If you're still watching, I did send you the link. So yeah, they didn't have that brotherly love spirit. So the Most High placed those brothers on the left hand side. All right. So really, this is what's really going on. Okay, you either when you become into this thing, your spirit, right, either represents the house of David or the house of Saul. Right now, we know how Saul moved. All right, and we know how David moved. David moved very, very wise in the spirit. Okay. And we see how Shalom. How about Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah?
How about you,
How you doing, King?
I'm doing fine.
I'm good, man. All right, so as I was saying, so brother David moved very wise and in the spirit. Can you hear me clear, clean?
Yeah.
Okay, Khan. Very wise in the spirit, and brother and Saul, he had an envious heart. He didn't move he once was a mighty king, but when David rose up, he had an envious heart towards David, right? Let's get that account. Right?
1 Samuel
18.
Yeah.
Khan, King.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, Khan. You want to start at verse 5?
Khan. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 5.
Khan.
And David went out with his son. And David went out with his soul over. Saul sent him. And he behaved himself wisely.
And he did what?
And behaved himself wisely.
So that brother had behaved himself wisely through the spirit, right? And that's how you want to conduct yourself. You want to conduct yourself very wisely through the spirit, right? Because that shows humility. That shows good character. Ultimately, That shows that the Lord is dealing with you, right? Let's jump down to verse 14, King.
Now, verse 14. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him.
You see that? He behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. And King Solomon, he had an envious heart. So my
Oh,
point of bringing that out was, you want to get Psalms 101 and verse 2, King?
okay.
So my point of bringing that out was, you either conducting yourself wisely, and you in the spirit, and you showing your brother's charity and that brotherly love, or you from the house of Saul. Now the house of Saul, those men were contentious. They were rash at the tongue, and these men today will be very envious because those are the offspring of the house of Saul. So we gotta make sure that we moving very wisely, constantly repenting, and showing our brothers love, right? And I'm speaking to myself also. We gotta know to call and check up on brothers. We gotta
Yeah.
make sure that we in the spirit, man. Right?
Yes.
Bring it out,
Yes.
King.
That's like I got precept after that.
John.
All right. So Psalms. What do you want? Psalms 101 and what?
Yeah, verse 2.
Psalm chapter 101 verse 2. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way.
See that? And that's David saying that he's gonna behave himself wisely in a perfect way. And how do you behave wisely in a perfect way? By keeping the commandments and remembering to always have brotherly love. Go ahead,
Oh, when wilt thou come unto me? I will walk within my house with a perfect heart.
You see that? Read that again, King.
I will walk within my house with a perfect heart.
And you will walk within his house with a perfect heart. So you want to be from the house of David, man. Right? Because you're gonna move in love and soundness and charity, right? Patient, long suffering, and having a forgiving heart. Right? We don't want to carry on our attitudes that we had when we used to be in the street or used to be in the world. We constantly got to fight that old man, right?
Ah,
You got a precept, King?
yeah. That's verse 5. Psalm chapter 101 verse 5. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off from him will I cut off.
You see that? So who shall privately slander his neighbor, him shall he cut off. And
Ah,
that's a beautiful precept, King. I think I had that in the awesome. God, King.
yeah.
So we and I think it's more in there. If you want to, you can
Yeah.
elaborate, King.
Yeah, hold up. Him will I cut off. Him that have a high look and a proud heart will I not suffer. So most of our brothers now in the truth are really just bucking up against our other brothers. They're acting all proud against them, saying like, "Oh, I know more than that, brother. I'm better than him. But he ain't brown. I'm better. I know more. I'm intelligent." I mean, didn't say in First Corinthians chapter 8 verse 1, the man that puffeth up his knowledge is let me get it real quick.
You get that, King.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, man. And if you have a proud spirit, man, and you contentious or bucking up, right? And we brought that out in 1 Corinthians 13 and 2. You can have all the knowledge. You can have all the wisdom, and the Lord could have revealed all the mysteries to you. But if you don't have that charity that Paul was speaking about in 1 Corinthians 13, guess what? You don't have nothing.
Right?
Go ahead,
All right. First Corinthians chapter 8 verse 2. If any man think that he know of anything, he know of nothing, yet as he ought to know.
And you can't move like that. Brothers can't have that. Oh, I know everything, spirit. Can't nobody teach me. I'm the ultimate teacher. No, we are still students, brother. We
Hey,
are.
Howard,
It's so much. God. We
yeah,
are students in service of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Shalakia. The only they only think that Yahweh can only teach them. But they said, no man can teach me besides Yahweh Shah. Only
God,
Yahweh Shah can teach me. That's what they think. Man.
God.
Ridiculous. You can go ahead.
Somebody made a good point on a stat. I had made a stat. It said that I'm still a student. Somebody made a beautiful point. They said that everybody is students and always gonna be for students forever. It's just that certain people on a different level. You may have been in this thing just a little bit more longer. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make you better or more sound at doctrine. You know, the Lord just brought you in sooner than anybody else. But ultimately, we still at school, man. We still students in this thing, man. Right?
Mhm.
Come on, King.
Oh,
You got precept, King?
no.
Come on.
Oh yeah, wait, I do have a precept actually. Look at that in Second Esdras chapter 7, verse 35. Then said I, Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness. So these righteous men are praying for the wicked. First, Abraham prayed for prayed for the Sodomites. Now those guys were faggots. I'm just gonna say it clearly. Those guys were faggots.
Come on.
And Abraham prayed for them. They didn't deserve it. They didn't need it. They still got killed, but he still prayed for them anyway because he loved them that much. And
Come
that's just showing you that even though you're in this truth, even though you're doing the work, even though you're reading, you're praying, you're fasting, you still have to love your brother who isn't in the truth. Because you were them. You
on.
weren't in the truth before a long time ago. Before you came in the truth, you would have looked at the people who are in the truth like they're crazy. Like, who's these niggas in Bibles in hand?
Right.
Who are these people? Yelling on the street corners, Raleigh, like, that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
You, you would have been one of them. Hey, those brothers would still love you, even if you didn't, even if you still ragged on them, even if you still then you still mocked them, they still love you like your brother.
Come on, King.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
precept.
All right,
Uh,
go.
uh, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue. So we gotta learn and we gotta let brotherly love continue. It doesn't
Ah,
say let the hate or the envy continue. In order to let brotherly love continue, that means to withdraw from the hatred, to withdraw from the envy, the strife, the malice. You know, all of those things are something that our old men held on to. Like I said before, this new man, you got to constantly kind of beat that old man down and cast him away and keep him and commit suicide. Hey, man, every time he rise up, you got to knock him back down, man.
gotta die daily.
Daily, man. We fighting this old man daily. Because America raised that old man. This new man is being rose up by Yahweh Shem Shai in righteousness. Right? So it's a constant battle, and we got to learn to let brotherly love continue by any means necessary, man. Right?
That's
Yeah, I got
wow.
a
You got a precept?
job. Got a
Even
precept.
got even got something in Proverbs real quick.
Come on, King.
But you can go ahead.
This is First John, chapter 4, verse 20. If Salaki, I'm gonna start at 17. Herein is our love made perfect, right? So we got to learn to act in charity because then our love will be made perfect, right? That we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as he is, so are we in that world. There is no fear in love, But perfect love casts away fear, because fear has torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. We love him because he first loved us. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. So if you saying that you love God, right, but you rashed at the mouth, okay, you got an envious spirit, right? You always contentious, or showing some type of unfruitful quality, then how could you say that you love God? Because God is something that you can't see, right? So we got faith, and faith means to believe in things unseen.
Huh?
How could you say you love God, but the brother that you can see, right? You don't have love for him. You constantly looking down on him. You always finding reasons to talk about him, right?
Huh?
Brothers don't want to, come together, man. Right? So this is verse 20 again. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God who he has not seen? Right? And that's plain upon tables, man. You physically walking with this brother that you doing this truth with, man. You and hey, y'all both got hired to do the business of the Father. You can't have hate towards a brother, right? Because you don't like the way the brother teach, or you don't like the way the brother breaks something down, or or the brother did something that was the brother may have did something that didn't sit right with you. So instead of going to talk about the brother behind his back, you're supposed to go to that brother and talk to that brother immediately about the problems, right? And the Bible tell you how to conduct. In fact, let's get into that real quick.
I got a precept.
You got Matthew 18 with a brother, man. Go ahead, King. You got it.
Actually, that's the spirit. I had Matthew 18.
Bring that out, King. You got it.
You want me to start at 23?
Uh,
Or you want me to skip around?
I will start at 15.
15?
Huh.
Alright, come. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall
Huh.
hear thee,
Hey,
thou hast.
Salakia. So it say to go and tell that brother his fault between you and him alone. Right? So go talk to the brother like, yo, brother, look what you did. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Let the brother tell the brother how he offended you, so you can hear his response. And go ahead.
Alright. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
And you gained your brother because y'all was able to overcome that obstacle. And we got to remember when Satan see two servants coming together and they waxing mighty together and they growing in your Yahweh Shem Yahushai, guess what? Satan gonna come in immediately and try to cause friction. So he gonna, let me do this so this brother can be against this brother. Let me make it this way so they don't see eye to eye. The brother, we got to remember that Satan is in the mix, trying to cause all kind of confusion. So that's why the Lord said, look, this is how you conduct yourself. You go to that brother and you speak to that brother alone and y'all hash out your problems, right? And if he hear you out, then you gain the brother. And
Oh,
I know
wait.
it's a good feeling when you walk away from talking to a brother or the brother call you up and y'all done hashed out the little problem y'all had, man. You feel better after that, man. Right?
Got a precept real quick.
Come, bring it out, King.
Sirach chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. So that's going into what you're saying about how if you don't talk sweetly to your brother, then you're gonna be hated by him. You're gonna lose your friend right there and then. You're not talking to your brother like an actual brother. When
Come.
you're not talking to your brother like an actual brother, he's your enemy then. you're not talking to him like family, because we are a
Right,
family.
right, man.
You're not talking to your brother like a family, like you talk to your actual brother. Then way easy then. If he ain't your brother, he's just a nigga. You treat him like
Right.
a nigga.
And if you like the Bible, like we was just getting into, if you see your brother as an enemy, or you got some kind of strife or envy against your brother, right? Now I'm not saying that situations don't come up and brothers may rub you the wrong way, but like we just brought out Matthew 18:15. But even after you didn't went to that brother and you still got envy, you doing it with another brother now, or you just being contentious, no matter what comes up, something's not right. And we got to remember the Most High is going to reveal this to us. There's nothing we can do about it. We all want to see each other saved, but the Most High is going to put people around us so we can see the goats. If we the sheep, the Most High, this is His story. It's going to be men that come in that's going to be contentious. It's going to be men that come in that's going to be envious towards each other. It's going to be men that come in with that hateful heart. There's nothing we can do about that. The only thing we can do is remove that brother away from our circle. Right?
Right.
Come on, King. You got it, King.
Uh,
If you want to bring out something. If you don't mind, you got something, King?
there could be something. Just a second. Let me just read this real
Okay,
quick.
come.
Oh yeah, okay. Sirach chapter 22, verse 21. Though thou drawest a sword at thy friend, yet to spare not, or there may be a returning to favor. So let's say your brother pulls a gun at you. What's a brother? If a brother pulls a gun at you, are you gonna be mad at that brother? Are you gonna like, I hate that nigga. I'm gonna kill that nigga. I'm gonna shoot that nigga, beat his ass, drop him down, strangle him.
God.
No, no. You should forgive that brother. Because did you forget that brother? Then he's gonna return the favor back to you. Sure, not gonna be instantaneously, but eventually you're gonna think about it like, man, that that guy actually forgave me. I'm about to kill him, but he he forgave me,
God.
and then he could help you later on.
Hey, did not Peter cut the air off of the man that ran up on him in your house shot?
Huh?
In your house shot, hey man, calm down. Put the sword away, Peter. Chill out, man. Let me drink of let me drink of the cup of the Lord gave me. Pick the brother air up and put it back together, man. You know,
And he's put the spin in it.
you know. Come on, man. That's the type of spirit. You're right, brother. That's the kind of way we gotta be conduct. If a brother do something threatening to you, and you still, able to live after that, and you able to forgive the brother, go ahead and forgive him, man. Because whatever whatever the Lord got lined up for that brother, that's between him and the Lord, man. And we can't get out of the spirit because somebody else got out of the spirit. If anything, we got to try to help the brother get back in the spirit and become one sound mind, right? This is First Peter's chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, Salakia, what was I? I kind of forgot where precept I was just about to bring out. Oh, First Peter's chapter 3, verse 9. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful and courteous, right? Not rendering, like you just brought out, brother, not rendering evil for evil, or rallying, right? But contrawise, blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing. So by us being patient, being long suffering, right, for a brother, like having that compassion, man,
Yeah.
right, moving like moving Yahweh like.
Hmm.
That's how we inherit that blessing that the Lord is trying to give us, man. All right.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Con.
All right, First Samuel chapter 28, verse 8. And Saul disguised himself and put on Shalakia. First Samuel chapter 26. First Samuel chapter 26, verse 8. Then said then said Abishai to David, God hath delivered thy enemy into thy hand this day. Now therefore let me smite him, I pray thee. So Abishai Abishai basically really wanted to kill Saul because in context it's talking about Saul. Saul hiding in the camp. Saul's in the camp, he fell asleep, and Abishai and David went over there to try to kill him.
Con.
So Abishai's trying to say, well, David, let me kill him. Let me stab him. Let me sink him, man. And David said, oh, I pray thee with the spear even to the earth at once. I will not smite him a second time. And David said to Abishai, no, what did David say? Did David say like, oh yeah, kill him. Oh yeah. Shoot him. Kill him. Stab him. Hit him in the throat. Choke him out. No. And David said to Abishai, destroy him not. Well, who can stretch forth his hand against the Lord's anointed and be guiltless?
Con.
Now, Saul did a lot of bad stuff to David. He chased him out of his house. He threw 2 javelins at him. He openly tried to hunt him down to the wilderness. What else he tried to do?
He said, oh, you did mention that he said he sent servers after him.
Yeah, he sent messengers after him.
Right.
He openly tried. Oh yeah, he sent like a whole entire village against him as well.
Right.
Yeah, in the wilderness. I forgot what they're called, but yeah. So Saul did a lot of bad stuff to David.
And David kind of head out, man, for a while. He kind of stayed out the way.
Yeah, and then David's just like, you know what? Forgive him. I don't want to kill him. He's the Lord, know it. I can't do anything against him.
Right.
Why can I kill him? I can't do anything. I'll be guilty. I'll be guilty.
Con.
Yeah, that's
it's like sometimes there's nothing you could like. Saul came up under Samuel. Samuel was a humble man, a very humble man. You know, and it's like there's nothing you can do when the spirits like that come around. It's like you can just be like David and just, let whatever happen gonna happen, man. I'm gonna continue to walk wisely because I know the Lord with me, man. Right. I got a precept chapter. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. Let all your things be done with charity, right? I beseech ye, brother, I'm going to jump down to 16, that ye submit yourselves unto such. So we got to submit ourselves unto charity, man, by any means necessary. We ain't individuals like America taught us to be, right? That's not the way to see things. We got to actually see things as we ready to die for our brethren. Blessed is he who lays his life down for his friend. Like Yahweh Shai laid his life down for everybody. And for us to be Christ-like or Yahweh Shai-like, we got to be ready to lay our lives down for our nation, man, for our brother, ultimately, especially the ones that you labor with. I don't want to be out there with brothers that I feel like if something jump off, they're not going to protect us, man. Or a little confrontation come up and then brother turn this damn turn on you, man. You want to be out there vigilant, and all of us lacketh not, man. Now one of us lacketh. We all got to have that determination to go out there, right? To protect. Now, nobody's gonna lay a hand on our brother. Nobody's gonna offend our brother. We all got each other back, man, right? So 16, that ye submit yourselves unto such, and everyone that helpeth with us and labor of. So we got to submit ourselves to everybody that you labor with and everybody that's helping you. Why? Because if something happened to one brother, then that's messing up the whole body. And we ultimately are the body of Yahweh, man. So we got to protect that body by any means necessary. And we got to make sure the inside of that body is flowing fluently. You know what I'm saying? Everything is flowing. And for us to be healthy, man, for this body to be healthy, everybody got to be flowing and doing their job, man. Right? Man. That's all I had. If you had something else, you could kind of bring it out, King.
Okay. All right. 1 John chapter 4, verse 7. Beloved, let us love one another. For love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God, and knoweth God. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. See, that's what Christians always say. God is love. But they never love their brother. So they don't love God in the first place.
Hey, brother, that's a good example too, because you know what? If you look into the prison system, majority of the prisoners, they Christians, man. A lot of these people that walk around that be so-called shooting up the neighborhood, or the strippers that be on the pole feeding each other all kind of drugs and substance, and the people that be out here doing the most, man, they be so-called Christians, man. Feeding their kids pork, doing a bunch of abominable things, right? How could you say you love your brother when your whole week been contrary to you loving your brother? That's a beautiful point, man. Because these Christians, they off, man. They got that hate your brother spirit, man.
The guy from the so-called white man.
And when you look at the deacon or the pastor of the church, he likes to ride around in a Bentley. He like to kind of shit on his people. You know, he money hungry. His church would be the biggest building on a block, right? And then next to it, you got a whole project, or you got people that's walking up and down the block, and they poor, and they don't got nothing to eat, and they suffering, and they walking around with no shoes on. But you buy these people, you know, kind of living luxurious, man.
Sometimes the church like run down, and he can come up with a whole damn limo. You roll off.
Come on, man. That's what I mean. That's you have. Hey, man, you right about that, man. But hate your brother's spirit.
But that's all I have, man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna wrap it up though, King. Brother Gabar just went live, so everybody that's checking us out, go to the Brother Gabar live. He just started his class over there. All right. His topic is feeding the flock and Macarley Gardens. And you know the brother is gonna be very fiery, man. Right. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasha Allah, man.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.